city or running the city. This mafia need to end. This, our Queen's Park to City Hall must be run by workers. It is the worker. It should be our city runs by workers. Queen's Park, our Ontario runs by workers. Why our government is occupied by the people who know nothing about politics, nothing about our society? I'll wrap it up. So, Premier Duckford says, don't vote for anybody who wants to cut the police budget. And I say, don't vote for anybody who voted for police budget. Thank you.
People united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
It's sad that all these people are misled and they think they're doing good.
I'd like to invite all of my NTP colleagues who are here with me, because I know there are quite a few here with me. I think we have Sarah Jama down in the back. Sarah, come on up to the front. We have Jamie West from Sudbury. We have Peggy Sadler from London West. We have Tom Rusekovic from Humber River, Black Creek. Jessica Bell from University Rosedale. Lise Bourgois from Thunder Bay, Superior North. Yes. Kristen Wong-Tam from Toronto Center. I think we have more. I know I've seen more. And Sarah, here's Sarah Jama from Center. I can tell you, New Democrats are with you each and every step of the way. We have read your petitions day in and day out, and thank you to Dr. Sally Palmer, who I've seen back there, because she continues to do all the hard work with so many of you in the community to make sure we get those petitions. There she is, Dr. Sally Palmer. Nice to see you. And still collecting petitions, so if you have not signed those petitions, please make sure you do, because I can assure you we truly read them each and every day. We know the importance of doubling the rates.
Mart, what are they saying on Twitter?
Good, it's right over there, brother. Right there, right there. See that? People are stepping up to sign that petition, so make sure you do so too. We are completely 100% behind you in making sure that we double the ODSP rates. We have seen legislative poverty in this province for much too long, and we know that people who are disabled in this province need to have a earning that can be respectable. We are watching the rents increase on a regular basis. No real rent control is a major problem.
What are you doing? You back the fucking Liberals all the time. Bob Ray put us out of fucking work.
So we will continue to fight as we have continued to fight.
You have no fucking identity.
If
you don't. You back the fucking Liberals.
Brother, you're missing the boat. I have to tell you, I can assure you that New Democrats are fighting each and every day for real rent control. We are fighting to get your increase to ODSP and Ontario Works to not be left behind. We know how many people in this province are on Ontario Works being denied Ontario disability on a regular basis 2-3 times until they continue to fight back. There are many things that need to be fixed in our system, and we have real bills on the table. I know Lise is working on, maybe Lise, you want to tell them about it? Because I know, this is important. Now, when your spouse, yeah? Sarah, want to tell? Okay, so we're doing the work, and we're pleased to be here with you. We don't want you to be here. We want you to have dignity in this life, and we will continue that fight. And Sarah has been championing that fight with the Ontario Disability Justice Network, and so let's let her have a few words to you today.
Personally, the first thing I want to say is that I hear the concerns. What's going on right now is completely fucked. People can't afford to live here. And to be honest, the demand for doubling ODSP is not even enough. There's nowhere to rent. People can't afford to live here. And what the Ford government is doing is criminalizing our existence. It's making it impossible to exist as disabled people freely in this province and equally. So I hear you. I hear you that what's going on is not enough. That it's fucked up that we have to stand here to ask for change. And we we just came outside a question period, actually. And the truth is, the Ford government laughs in our face every time we say that people are dying. Every time we say that people have to pay $6,000 to be able to afford healthcare, they laugh. They laugh in our faces, and the truth is, as a minority government, there's not much we can do in there. We sit there and we look at it and we listen and we try to say over and over again that this isn't enough. Change is not going to happen just from inside this house, and I'm saying that as somebody who's been elected for about 4 weeks. It's not fucking enough. What we need to do is disabled people need to continue to organize, and we're going to use our offices to continue to support that. We're going to give you the resources that you need so that we're all making sure to hold this government accountable, because between now and 2026, I tell you the truth, more people are going to fucking die. More disabled people will die because this government continues to laugh in our face every single day. So we're here, we're looking at them in the face while they do it, and then we come out here and we see you guys in pain, and it really does hurt. It does hurt, and I know that we're not doing enough, but we need to work together because we have 4 years of this bullshit until 2026, and the only answer for right now is to form government. Government is not the only solution, but it is a form of harm reduction. If we do not form government in 2026, if this caucus is not in power, then we're all going to continue to be fucked. So the answer is, sorry for my language, but it's the truth. The answer is we need to work together. Disabled people cannot be out here fighting each other in front of the fucking government. That's not cool. I agree with you. The demands are not enough. We need to be doing more than doubling ODSP. But what I'm asking is that we work together, because this is harm reduction, right? Yeah. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you all very much for showing up and spreading the voice for us. I appreciate it. Our next speaker, Marsha Joseph, Canadian Federation of Students Ontario. Marsha, are you here?
Hi everyone, my name is Marsha Joseph, I use she, they pronouns. I am the Disabled Students Constituency Commissioner for the Canadian Federation of Students Ontario. The Federation represents over 350,000 students province-wide, encompassing both domestic and international students in universities and colleges, including undergraduate, graduate, part-time, and full-time students. In my position, I represent disabled students across the province, and through various spaces, I have facilitated conversations about student experiences, goals and ideas for the future, as well as potential areas of focus for the year, like advocating for the reinstatement of the Accessibility Media Production Certificate program at Mohawk College. Today, we're here after 4 years in a row to demand better for disabled folks all across this province. The Ontario Disability Support Program is still missing the mark. How can this government justify calling this support program when it only offers around $1,200 a month? Shame. We live in a world where the cost of living, the cost of education, and inflation all come together to make being a disabled resident of Ontario a near impossible feat. We're leaving disabled people vulnerable to houselessness and food insecurity. We need immediate action. The amounts in tuition that students in this province have to pay are some of the highest in so-called Canada. We're seeing costs averaging around $7,000 for domestic students and approximately $35,000 for international students per year. Shame! This doesn't even include textbooks, housing, food, or transportation costs. There are a disproportionate amount of students who are houseless or in poverty with nearly zero access to resources. And this number is even higher when you look to disabled students in this province. When you think about it, it's no wonder that food bank usage is at an all-time high on campuses. It's because students have so many debts that food is often a last thought, and our institutions won't do anything about it. It's because they won't ensure that something as simple as infrastructure is accessible so disabled students can freely get around. And it's because they won't provide a necessity like counselors and therapists from marginalized backgrounds just so we can feel heard when we're speaking about the things going on in our lives. There are conversations upon conversations about mental health in academia, but provisions from governments and institutions are just that, just words. What is really being done by our government to address insufficient funding and resources for disabled students? Nothing. When will the Ford government listen to the concerns of disabled people in this province? When will the Ford government make the quality of life of people with disabilities a priority? When will the Ford government stop legislating poverty so people have access to necessities that they and their families need? Instead, it seems that they'd prefer to go the route of privatizing healthcare. Shame, indeed. Cutting funds for education and social supports. As well as meddling in municipal elections and focusing on moving the Science Center for a spa so his developer friends can make more money. He does not care about the people of Ontario. What could a solution look like? Raising ODSP rates. What could a solution look like? Not giving ThermaSpa a $650 million taxpayer subsidy. What could a solution look like? Real rent control across this province. The immense lack of support has been seen all across the board for disabled people in Ontario, and the last thing we need is empty promises. We demand action. We demand care, and we demand tangible support. Fully funded public support systems that work to uplift and fully provide the necessities required to live and nothing less.
What's the title on the video?
When disabled people are under attack, what do we do? Unite, fight back. What do we do?
Unite, fight back.
When disabled people are under attack, what do we do?
Unite, fight back.
When disabled students are under attack, what do we do?
Unite, fight back.
When disabled students are under attack,
What is the title
what do we
on
do?
the video?
Unite, fight back.
When disabled workers are under attack, what do we do?
Unite, fight back.
You messed it up. It's not Ottawa, it's Toronto.
What do we do?
Unite, fight
It's
back.
Toronto.
Raise the rates!
Raise the rates. Raise the rates. Raise
Yes,
the
change it to
rates.
Toronto.
Raise the rates. Raise the rates. Raise the rates. Raise
It's fixed now?
Raise the rates. Raise the rates. Raise the rates. Raise the rates. Raise the rates.
Let's see all the sides here. We are humans too. Made without aid is genocide. Let's go.
Raise the rates.
Raise the rates.
Raise the rates. Raise the rates. Raise the rates. Raise the rates.
Our next
Raise
speaker.
the rates. Raise the rates.
Advocate Kylie, are you here? I heard yes.
Mark, we met. Do I disconnect and I can't even reconnect. It won't even matter.
And I use terms like brother and handsome.
It's not doing it. I'm gonna have to like literally. This is
We need to have a serious conversation in this province about dignity.